literally earlier today, or depending upon whether or not I've messed up my upload schedule, I was talking about sea dance and how the West simply didn't want to produce the entertainment that the audience wished to consume anymore, and here we are with Harley Quinn joining the Bat family. Okay, so I made an entire video on Harley Quinn, how she went from the perfect sidekick to this aimless creature that DC has no idea what to do with, and they seem to only just continuously humiliate or turn into a greater slut rather than the character she's supposed to be. It was a fantastic movie, by the way. I'm really upset it only got 50,000 views, so go watch it again if you have to. God damn it. But right, so Harley Quinn is not supposed to join the fucking Bat family. In fact, this very storyline is in the Harley Quinn satirical television show where Harley joins the Bat family. There's multiple episodes talking about this because it is supposed to be a joke. Okay, right. To return a little bit to the point here, Harley Quinn is a character that DC has no idea what to do with. On the one hand, they can't have her tied to the Joker forever, because then she simply becomes a sidekick. In the current year, you are not allowed to have female sidekicks anymore. They must be strong, independent, and emancipated women, god damn it. And they certainly aren't allowed to simply exist to be sex symbols either, which was in part what Harley was supposed to be, but Harley evolved so much more over the course of her career as she was originally introduced in Batman the Animated Series. She became a fan favorite to the point where DC were like, okay, fuck. She's selling almost as well as Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman now. How do we redeem her? How can we make her into a mainstream character and benefit of her directly? Well, you can't really make her a hero because, well, she is a mass-murdering psychopath that has tortured multiple people to death and blown up God only knows how many others. And we've also created half a dozen or so incredibly twisted storylines focused around her, like beating Robin to death, or brainwashing another Robin to the point where he believes he's the Joker in Batman Beyond, etc., etc. Not to mention alternative storylines where she helps in, murdering Lois Lane and turning Superman into a fascist dictator. She has a lot of baggage. How do we redeem her? Well, let's turn her into a lesbian. And that has so far been their only idea for redeeming her. Okay. To catch you up on where we are now, by the way, after Harley has been everything from a villain to an ironic hero to a half hero to a full hero to back to a villain and now back to sort of a hero again, Harley Quinn has officially joined the Bat family, and better yet, supposedly, she has split into two personalities. One is the batshit insane version, embodying all of her manifest insanity, and that's the one in the cape and cowl now. So at some point, Bruce Wayne saw everything wrong with Harley Quinn and went, perfect. I can sort of sympathize, and supposedly there's also another Harley Quinn, the sane version, now wandering around the city as a psychiatrist. And you know what? That part I actually quite enjoy, because I believe that the only... Okay, again, watch the goddamn video, you lazy little bastards. But the only way to redeem Harley Quinn is to fix Harley Quinn. She was broken by the Joker quite specifically. She was driven insane and formed by the Joker and his actions. Harley Quinn's redemption arc is Harley Quinn becoming sane again, not becoming crazier. But, right. this, again, is to the point of parody. Genuine, unironic parody. And this as well is why satire is just dead, because we live in an era where even the most insane thing is just normal. Of course Harley Quinn can join the Bat family. We've already technically enrolled her like 6 or 7 times. She's already a member of the Justice League. In fact, I think she's been a member of the Justice League twice now, if indeed not more. And hey, we've always been trying to redeem her, so why not just go all the way? I could go on about this for a very, very long time, as this is also another aspect of the problems with DC not being able to separate itself from its old guard characters, or find out some way to reinvent them in a way that actually sticks. It kind of reminds me of like old reality-esque television shows, you know, like Grey's Anatomy, you know, that kind of show where all of the characters, you know, go doughy-eyed at each other and they bang viciously every single episode, with one romance overtaking the other, all of the characters going doughy-eyed for that one, and then they break up to heighten the drama, then they start loving that one, until you realize that the entire cast has either fucked or wanted to fuck at some point over the course of X number of seasons. Like it's just a revolving roulette wheel of relationships, because that's the only way they can keep the central drama of the story alive. That is where DC is. Harley Quinn is the intern in Grey's Anatomy that has banged every single doctor and nurse in the building and is currently looking around confused, trying to figure out what the fuck she's going to have sex with next. Although in this case it's not sex but superhero heroics that is the core central drama. Or, well, I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, no, there was absolutely a storyline where she fucked Batman, so, you know, that will happen too, but, again, you fix Harley Quinn by actually fixing her, and then you can conceivably transition her away from a life of crime. Indeed, I don't even hate the idea of separating her personalities. Have Harley Quinzel rise to the fore as an established character. Jekyll and Hyde this bitch, absolutely. Have the sane, understanding doctor being able to analyze her actions and understand why she did the things she did, and now aid Batman as in sort of an Oracle-esque role, right? Where she gives him ideas of how criminals function, how they think, what their next actions might be by analyzing their patterns of behavior. And then absolutely have Harley Quinn knocking down the doors of her brain all the time, trying to influence her back to her old days of crime. You could have a whole interesting story based upon this very concept, because, well, the Jekyll and Hyde thing is, of course, obviously a good old-fashioned classic. Pushing Harley with difficult moral and ethical concerns, like, okay, you need information immediately. You've got a henchman right in front of you. What do? Well, Harley Quinn knows what she would do. She'd grab a ball-peen hammer and start smashing up his kneecaps until he spoke. And Harley and Quinzel will then have to resist that urge to get the information the old, easy, quick way, and instead come up with some fanciful plan to extract it, whilst also fighting her own mental battle. I can absolutely see that being an interesting storyline. But this ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. I cannot imagine how this is. And considering the recent Harley Quinn fart comics too, and no, I won't bring it up on screen just to save you at least that pain, it really does feel as if this is, well, I think somebody mentioned it, Harley Quinn's decade of humiliation, and the parody series it's kind of doing just that. As again, the idea of redeeming Harley by simply making her a lesbian, by having her attach herself in a different relationship where she becomes just as obsessive to another criminal and a mass murderer, not really that functional. I mean, there are, and God help me as well, there are scenes in the parody show where she helps Poison Ivy melt people's face off with toxic chemicals, and she still gets to join the Bat family. It's, again, parody. DC is out of ideas. that's a retarded statement. DC has been out of ideas for 25 fucking years. I'm saying nothing new in that respect, but just stop. Stop it with Harley. Stop it. Take it back off. Do something else. Let it rest. Put her on ice for a good 5 to 10 years. Make us forget all about Harley Quinn and then maybe reintroduce her. And if you could be so kind as to do the same with the majority of your central stable as well, please, oh please God, do. Hell, do a short Justice League animated universe, like 4 or 5 episodes where you basically retire the old guard and bring up a bunch of new guys. You've got a roster of like 1,000 fucking characters. Do that before China takes all of your centralized IPs and simply copies them with AI. And then you get to fight a legal battle in China. Not that it's gonna happen, but hey, an old man may hope, mightn't he? Oh, also, a final reminder. Go watch the video. Seriously, it's really fucking good. It's one of my better pieces. That along with Emma Frost. Genuinely proud of it. And I'll stop pleading now. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Till then, have a good day.